Hi, and welcome to this tutorial video. Today, I'll take you through the Gating Editor interface in the CytoBank platform. In the CytoBank platform, it's important to keep in mind that gates and populations are two independent entities. A gate is a shape on a plot, while in order to build information about hierarchy and to categorize the cells, populations are used. With this in mind, let's take a look at the Gating Editor interface. To access it, after selecting an experiment, you can click on the gate icon on the top blue navbar and click on Gating Editor. You'll be directed to this page where you can start gating your samples. Please remember that before gating your cells, you should work on adjusting the scales and the compensation that is applied to your samples. Please check the CytoBank support webpage for articles related to scaling and compensation. In the gating interface, you'll find the gates for a specific experiment on the left-hand side of the plot, while populations are displayed on the right, along with statistics in line. You also can have direct access to a Boolean expression tab and to a Sunburst View tab, which I'll explain in just a bit. To start gating, pay attention to the two lines above the plot. You can see the active population, so the population that is displayed in the plot, as well as the file that we are looking into the plot. Both of them are drop-down menus, so you can use to select which file and which population is displayed. Also, you can access more plot setting by clicking on the gear on the right, or you can modify what is displayed in the plot through clicking on the X and Y axis labels. Now, to draw a gate, select the input populations, the correct axis that you want to use, and then simply choose the shape of the gate that you want to draw. Draw the gate, give it a name, click on OK. To further go on with your gating strategy and change the input population to the one that you have just selected, simply double-click and then again modify what is displayed into the axis. If you hover it over a gate name in the list of gates, you can display several icons that will allow you to perform few actions on a gate, such as renaming it, locking it, or checking its position on all the files that you have in your experiment. By clicking on Check Gates, a new page will appear where you'll be able to see the position of the gate on all the files that belong to your experiment. In the CytoBank platform, all the gates are synchronized by default, so they appear in the same exact position on all the files that you have in your experiment. Nevertheless, there are situations where you might want to move a gate only on one of your files and not on the others. So to do so, select a gate, click on the file sync settings for the gate, and a pop-up window will be displayed, allowing you to change the sync setting for a specific gate. In this case, I want, for instance, to modify the sync settings for across the files from all to none. This will allow me to move the gate on a per file basis. So if I move it here, the gate will keep its original position in the next file, while being moved only on the one that I was touching at the beginning. The CytoBank platform also allows you to modify the sync setting on a per population basis. So in my example, for instance, I might want to have the phospho-SOT3 gate in a specific position on my CD4 T cells, but I might decide that I need to change its position for when the input population is set to the monocytes because of the different autofluorescence that the mono have. So to quickly copy the phospho-SOT3 gate also on monocytes, I can click on the Copy To icon and select the monocytes population. When clicking Apply, a new phospho-SOT3 population will be created as a child of the monocytes. If I want to be able to move this gate on a per population basis, I should sync across population to be none. And this will allow me to move the gate only for the monocytes, while the gate for the CD4 positive T cells will be kept in its original position. Importantly, CytoBank also offers you a few cool features to speed up quite a bit your work. If you click on Load Gates on the top gray bar, you see that you have different options. You can save a version of the gates that will allow you to take a snapshot of how the gates look like in that moment and potentially load that version later on by selecting it from the name that you have created and the timestamp associated to that. Also, you have a quick option to reset all the gates. This will bring the status of the experiment where only the ungated population is present. But you also have, from the load gates option, the cool way to import all the gates from another experiment. So let's say that you have already analyzed your panel and built your gating strategy in the past on another CytoBank experiment. You can select that from the drop-down menu and then click on Import Gates. And all the work will be done for you. The gates and populations will be imported from the other experiment. So now, a cool option that you have to inspect all the populations that are present in your samples is really to jump to the Sunburst View. Here, the different populations are displayed in concentric wedges, and this is interactive, so you can easily choose what is to be displayed as the 100% of the wedge. And by hovering over, you have a few informative statistic numbers connected to the different populations. Also, we have integrated an interactive expression builder to really offer you full flexibility in population identification and definition. The Boolean population is created by building an expression using Boolean operators such as and, not, or, and parentheses to determine whether the events are to be included or excluded into a new Boolean population. Please check the CytoBank support website to learn more about Boolean operators. As we aim at providing the most flexibility, we also offer the possibility to upload to the same CytoBank experiments FCS files that have been stained with different panels and therefore create different gating groups and so different gating strategies to be applied to the different groups of files. To do so, once you have uploaded your FCS files into the CytoBank platform, you can navigate to the Gating Editor as we have seen before and click on Define Gating Groups. In this experiment, I have basically 3 different panels, a B cell tube, a T cell tube, and what we call the phenobasic. I can add a dimension navigating to the sample tag manager just by clicking on defining gating groups and add the definition of the gating group that I want. So in this case, I will have the B cell panel, then a phenobasic, and then the T cell. This sample tag manager works just as a spreadsheet-based annotator, so I can copy and paste as I wish. And once I'm done assigning gating group files to gating groups, I can apply the changes. And once I am back to the gating editor interface, I will be able to see files assigned to the different gating groups, and I can show that in the drop-down menu just by allowing the dimension here. So as you can see, I have 4 files assigned to each gating group. So in this example, as you can see, I have gated all my FCS files, and I have a deep gating strategy for that is different for each gating group. I will have, as always, the gates showing up on the left-hand side while all the populations on the right-hand side. You have few cool options to be able to synchronize or not the different populations, also across gating groups. So in the case of lymphocytes, for instance, I could decide to move and change the sync settings to synchronize the gate position either across files or across populations, only for the files within this gating group or for the population within this gating group. Of course, there are combinations that are allowed and not. To learn more, just click on the eye icon and you will be able to see all the different combination that can be done in order for you to achieve your specific goal. Also visit the support articles website to learn more on how to define the sync settings. And with this, I thank you for your attention. I hope you have seen enough to be able to leverage all the tools offered by our Gating Editor interface. Please reach out in case you need any further help.